Hey, what's
How
going
y'all
on?
doing?
Alright.
How's it going?
Hey, you waited. How much you waited for that? How much you waited for that?
I'm waiting for that. I timed that shit.
You messed up my Christmas song, man.
Listen, I trust you every time, and it really bites me
I
back.
love betraying your trust.
Yeah, you really do. Hey,
2019, the best
want you to
thing
know.
that it gave me was your trust.
My trust is still at 100% with you.
Damn, like that?
I know.
Wow.
But anyway, hey, what's going on, Dropouts? It's your boy V, and I got someone real special from LA, all the way from Long Beach, California. It's your boy Garcizzle, aka the man, aka
The myth.
the myth, the legend.
The legend
Yep.
himself.
We also have.
I'm real, guys.
Oh, you're real? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
He
yeah.
actually
You find-
exists.
He's
Y'all
not
thought
just
him-
an urban legend.
Y'all
But
thought he was
some
a fucking
say-
enigma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some say like he doesn't exist.
Yeah,
but-
y'all thought he was an enema.
Y'all thought it was a cardboard box, but it wasn't him. Y'all thought it was a.
I thought it was just voices in my head.
Yeah.
But apparently he's real.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
real. And we also got my boy Aman. And what's going on, Aman? What's
You
up?
know what I do? I'm in a holly jolly mood.
Oh, Holly Jolly.
Holly jolly.
Holly Jolly.
Yeah,
and
damn.
then we got Garcizzle again, buddy. Hey, what's up, buddy? Hey, he's back. And we got Bubbles.
Yeah, I'm in a Jolly Holly mood.
Jolly Holly.
You just gotta take that.
Yeah.
Take that one from me.
Yeah.
Alright.
One person that won't be joining us is our boy J.R. Gutierrez.
Never forget.
Once
Never
again.
forget.
Yeah,
Yes.
this Mexican on social media, you guys make sure you follow
He's the
him.
one with the no picture.
With no
the
picture.
The creep that likes
Yeah.
your pictures.
You guys want to talk about catfishing? Let me talk to you about catfishing.
Send in dick pics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get no replies, by the
Yeah.
way, which is weird.
Yeah,
Because I sent him several already.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was actually really funny. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
sponsored by Rebel.
He
Not
asked me
really.
for he asked me for a dick pic, and then the way I found out that he was sending my dick pic to other females was, one of them asked me like, "Yo, why is your boy sending me your dick pic?" Because she recognized mine,
Damn.
and it was a
Damn.
really awkward conversation.
Well,
Yeah,
first of
but
all,
that's
Yeah.
you can actually see her.
Hey, it's the circle of life for dick pics. It came back full circle.
yeah, that's real weird. All right.
So he's out here
True story.
sending your dick pics to
Yeah.
girls.
Yeah, and they're recognizing it.
And
Yeah, it's
And
crazy.
he has Samsung too, so I'm
Yeah, I
surprised.
know, right?
I'm
Vicious
surprised.
world,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
It's a vicious
He's,
world.
they're seeing all 6 pixels.
Yeah.
If you get what
I'm
I'm
surprised
saying.
your shit fit.
also,
Oh man, hey, the year's coming to an end, guys.
Yeah, 2019.
Yeah.
Man. It was a hell of a ride.
It was a hell of a ride,
It was
man.
actually a really good year, man. It was
Yeah.
a solid year.
Every
Solid
year goes by, and I feel older and older. Do you guys feel?
No shit, Sherlock.
No, but I'm saying, like, do you guys? Some people just take it. Like, you go meet someone, and then they're like, "Oh, I'm 34," but they handle it.
Yeah.
I can handle it. Every
Like,
year,
to be honest,
I
like-
wanted to stop, bro. I really do want it to stop.
Like it hasn't hit me. Like
That's it?
I think
Perfect example.
ever since like 23, I'm like it all feels the fucking same.
Yeah.
But the only difference I ever notice is my sleep. Right, it's progressively getting worse. And the other one
weird.
that I notice is like I can't handle my drink. As
Yeah,
much. Like
yeah.
the recovery takes longer.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing I really noticed. But other than that, everything's all the same.
I don't know. For me, it's it just depends on what part of my life I'm thinking about. Like if I'm thinking about like partying and traveling and all this other stuff, I feel like I'm just starting out doing that, which I am. You
Yeah,
know,
it's
and
wrong
like just
timing.
But like if I think about my career, I have this sense of urgency and like I have this kind of like impending doom. Like man, I need to do more and more and more.
Yeah.
If I think about like what is it? I don't know. Like what's another aspect of your life? Just life in general. 28, I don't know, man. Some days you feel old, some days you feel young. I think it's just, day by day your experience on the day, but damn, 28.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
No,
you see that?
like-
The realization? We're gonna be 29 next year, bro.
Yeah. Okay. That one is like I'm like oh fuck.
Exactly, that's what I'm
the closer
saying.
it gets to 30, I'm like ugh shit.
See, from 20s to like 25, when you're filling out an application, you're within that range. You're like, oh, I'm between that. Now you're not filling that application in that range. You're filling that 29 to 35. Or,
yeah.
that shit hits me hard, bro.
It's actually weird. It goes 20 to 25 and then 25 to 40.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's, it's a big jump.
I was like,
Makes
what did we get? Fucking skipped?
Yeah.
Be more specific.
But then it's like, when I look at it, right? Like when I see like people who are just turning 21, 22,
Yeah.
they're like wilding out and shit, you know what I mean? Then I'm like, man, I don't want to be that young because then it's like I feel like they're immature, right?
Yeah, I feel that.
But then like you see people like our boy Javier, he's a little older, different generation, but then like I think about it in the sense like, man, like he's really good at the age that he's at. Like
Yeah.
he's solid, man.
Yeah.
Good career, wife, kids, right? But then he also makes time for the boys and goes out and lives life.
Yeah.
So it's like sometimes I feel fearful because it's like, oh man, I don't want to get old and fuck, yeah, I don't know.
So I see what
like,
you're
do weird
saying.
shit.
Yeah.
But then like people like Javier give me hope.
Right, exactly. I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Javier,
Javier?
is giving you hope.
Javier?
Javier?
Yeah.
Javelin?
Javelin.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, that was actually
Shout
a
out
word
to
last
my-
night. Taboo.
Taboo, man.
What
Taboo
is
was
it?
lit as fuck.
Javelin. A spear.
What happened last
spirit
night?
that you
What,
said.
what did you guys do last night?
Oh man, what did we not do? Man, it was
Ooh.
so fun.
Well,
If
first
you
of
were
all,
there from
what
the
was last
beginning,
night? What
your
was last
experience
night?
would have been so great.
So last night we did Friendsmas after
Friendsmas.
Christmas because
Yeah.
I think everyone's a little bit more available since the
Okay.
Christmas was over and everything.
Yeah.
Available, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, people had already done their traveling. They were already in town,
Yeah,
and
Okay.
and like so the excuse of being with family is out the window, right?
yeah. There's no reason for people to be spending 14 hours driving.
You're right.
And no reason for anyone to be late,
Really?
The
yeah.
sneak disses, people, is because our boy V and Garcizzle, yesterday, unfortunately, they got stuck in that whole grapevine bullshit where it was shut down and they were stuck in traffic.
5 shut
But
down, yeah. All the
but
freeway,
man,
highway.
hey, you know what? Kudos, you guys committed and you guys drove and you came. You didn't go home and go to sleep. You came straight to
Yeah.
the Friendsmas.
Yeah, we did.
And then y'all played beer pong till 6 a.m.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. The party started for us.
yeah.
Javier was hating us. Hey,
was like,
I
"Hey,
can
fucking
tell.
go home."
Every time I asked him, I was like,
This is
"Yeah,
the
you
last
good,
time I'm
right?"
hosting
Like,
this.
because he disappears sometimes. I'm like, man, is everything good? He's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Like, and then Jerry, Jerry is the myth, the legend.
The chupacabra.
Yeah, he came.
El Chupacabra.
El Chupacabra. He made an appearance.
Chupacabra.
He was always like, when Jerry gets in his mood, where
He wants to party.
he's like a regulator. He's like, hey, drink, buddy. You drink.
Yeah,
you drink.
yeah.
And you're just a toddler. He's gonna make
noticed
you
that.
drink his milk. And so Javier, he's like,
That is the
he's
best description of drunk JR I've ever heard.
Yeah.
That is so
fucking
spot
toddler.
on, dude.
yeah. So Javier, he's just sitting down and his eyes are red and he's like, come on, Javier, you gotta drink, buddy. And like me personally, I see how tired he is, but Jared doesn't.
Yeah, no.
He don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But I'm glad he did drink and he became my partner and we were just playing beer pong
Yo,
all night.
it was hella funny. Like, I remember that. Like, okay, so me and Luis were partners in beer pong. We just lost, and I go into the room, start playing Smash Brothers with you guys.
Yeah, Smash
and all of a sudden, like, some I forgot who it was. Someone comes out and they're like, "Hey, they're calling you. JR's calling you, right?" And I go in and like my boy is like making executive decisions. He's like, "Hey, Bubbles, bro, listen, we're out of beer, so go do a beer run and I'll give you money, right?" And he's like grabbing his wallet. He's like, "All right, man, just grab this much beer and this and that." And I'm like, first of all, bro, it's like I'm not doing a beer run right now. He was fucking in it.
Yeah,
He
I
was
know.
in
Yeah.
it.
No,
Of course he was, because the thing is,
And he was regulating, just like you said. That shit was hella funny.
but that's why I told him, I was like, why would you send the dude that's drinking beer to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
beer.
on a beer run.
on a beer run, so that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And what was he gonna do? If he's regulating, he was gonna sit there and just play beer pong?
Yeah, he was playing beer pong. Yeah, but man, it was a really fun night. It was the first time we ever did a Friendsmas. And if
Yeah.
y'all
Yeah, that
if
was
y'all
solid.
don't do a Friendsmas, you guys, or a Friendsgiving,
Or
whatever
try
the
it
hell
out.
you want to call it, just try it out one time, and I guarantee you guys will make it a point to do it every year. Because I think this being our first years, both of them were such good experiences that I'm for sure gonna try to make it happen next year.
Yeah.
Friends-
No, like we gotta do both.
Yeah.
The Friendsgiving
Yeah.
and the Friendsmas.
Man,
yeah,
yo,
but both of them.
I
were,
honestly,
like, super good.
I might go overboard. I might do a friend memorial for Memorial Day. I might,
What we do? Pour it out for all the people?
I might do a friend board day for Labor Day.
Okay.
Hey.
Yeah,
Board
yeah,
day.
yeah.
Martin
Friend,
Luther,
no,
friend.
Friend-tines Day for Valentine's Day.
I like that one.
Yeah,
Fuck these
Frientine's
hoes,
Day.
boys only.
I like that.
Yeah.
Fourth of Friends.
Friends,
Cinco de
Yeah,
Friends.
that's a good
Cinco
one.
de friends.
I like that
Yeah.
way better.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
but
It was pretty good.
yeah, man. My boy, hey, my boy showed up with the camera, right? And he's got it on like the little tripod and everything, and he's like, you know,
I look
going
official.
around. He's looking
Official
hella
as fuck.
official, right? He's like, hey Bubbles, let me get you, saying a little something. And I start showing off my sweater. By the way, I had a Kim Jong Un sweater,
That was my favorite sweater.
showing off the blood sign. So
Right,
it's great.
Wait, who won that?
Javier
Javier did.
because he
Oh,
had
that's
the
right.
He just had titties.
boobs always win.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
boobs
so
always
Aman's
win.
like recording, right, and then like I do my thing. I throw up the gang signs, and he's like, oh wait, hold on. He's kicking. Yo, my boy never had the SD card in the camera.
Yeah, I felt so sad. I fucked up, man. Because I was gonna record the whole thing, and then I realized I fucked up. The SD card.
I realized I drank a little too much.
Yeah, the SD card was at my house, chilling on my computer.
Hey, but what was hella funny is he got over it so quickly. He's like, oh, I forgot the SD card. I was like, oh, you fucked up. He's like, yep. Put that shit down. Never thought about it again. Just went, got it. Just went, got some food, and just started.
Yeah,
chilling.
because having a camera is such a hassle, bro.
It is.
Yeah.
And at that point you just like shit, fuck it. You know it's a problem just carrying a camera, and you'll find any excuse to not because you're not used to it,
Yeah.
right? I would take that if that camera was attached to part of my body. I'm cool with it, but just having that big ass fucking block just on your hanging around your neck, you're like, dude. So I would have done the same thing. I'd be like, oh, SD card. Oh, well, I'm here with hanging out with friends anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, why don't you get beer? And then we'll play some beer.
No, like to be honest, it's kind of hard because like you want to be in the moment, but you
Yeah,
want to record the
right.
moment.
Yeah.
So it's like you're going between both things. You know, you're like, oh
Yeah.
damn, I want to record this moment, but I'm also in the moment, I want to enjoy it. You know, but like
Yeah.
so it kind of takes the fun out of it.
Yeah,
You know,
it's like putting work in.
Garcizo, is that how you? I know you make a lot of gay sex tapes. Is that how you feel when you're making them?
Actually, wait,
What?
Actually, he just made a new one. He's crip walking, but you can
Oh
find
yeah,
him on
it's on
Pornhub.
TikTok. It's on
On
TikTok.
Pornhub?
You can find him on
It's on
Pornhub.
TikTok?
Yeah, it's on
It's
TikTok.
Pornhub.
Yeah, it's a gay
yeah.
category.
Oh,
He's crip walking.
Gay man crip walking.
Yeah. Do it.
Throwing them G's up.
Hey.
okay?
Jesus.
Oh shit.
Hey,
yeah.
but you know what? All right. Best moment of 2019 for you guys. Like,
Are you serious?
yeah.
You know how this is gonna go.
Come on, man.
2 letters.
2 letters. S. D.
San Diego.
All right,
Oh,
okay.
who's going first?
Me, San Diego.
Best moments.
Honestly, for me, it's the same. San Diego.
Wait, is it unanimously San Diego?
Honestly, if I think back,
Yeah.
San Diego comes in first.
Really? Okay,
Just
okay.
popping out of
All right,
nowhere.
let's do this. Okay, other than San Diego, okay, because that's a given.
Fuck.
Okay.
Oh, West
For-
Sac?
No, for me, I was gonna say best moment was his birthday party.
Oh yeah, that was hella fun.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was good.
That was,
Yeah.
dude. We were.
You
Oh
were.
my god.
You
Oh,
you
you
We
were.
were up
listen.
till 5.
Hammered.
You
I
were.
passed out at 5.
Yeah. He was there too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was.
Yeah,
Goddamn.
Yeah.
It was that 4th of July weekend that you
Oh
came
yeah,
through.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first time I was in Sacramento.
Yeah, it was fun, man. It's just I wish I remembered more of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
We got a lot of footage from that actually.
You actually ran butt naked in
Yeah.
the club.
Yeah.
Coming out of the
weird.
bathroom.
No, because like everyone told me that all the cool shit I did. I was like, fuck, I never
Yeah.
do this when I'm sober.
We actually might not get into faces tonight because you got kicked out, and I think you might still be blacklisted.
Somehow you started a
yes.
fire with your hand.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Dude, see,
And
all
alcohol.
this cool shit, man. I
Yeah.
just can't remember how I did it. I'm like, oh fuck. I wake up and I'm dead sober.
Yeah, his birthday party was, man, it was really good. Was that Alamere Falls hike we took last year or this year?
That was last year.
That was last year?
Yeah.
What about the LA trip? Was the LA trip
Yeah,
last year?
2 LA trips this year.
This year. I would say my best moment.
No, 1 LA trip because the end of last year kind of flew into this year.
Oh, you guys
you
went to
did.
LA for New Year's, yeah.
That was New Year's.
Yeah.
though.
And then we went to LA with Jer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about like the Vegas trip wasn't up there?
The Vegas
No.
trip was fun, but it wasn't very constructive.
Okay.
Like you know,
No
we
planning.
we didn't really do a whole lot. So, the Vegas trip was okay. The LA trip was fun.
Our first one.
Yeah.
And then our second one was fun
the
too.
second one was fun too. I
Were
liked
you there for the
second one.
LA trips?
I was there for the second one.
Yeah.
Okay.
he was there
Yeah,
for
we
the
hit
second
him
one.
up for
to
that.
the was it
Yeah.
Airbnb or hotel?
Dude, I don't remember.
Yeah, no, where
I'm trying to
it was a
It's a
an
blur.
Airbnb. It was an Airbnb,
Yes.
but that
Yes, it was.
that looked like a hotel.
Yes, it was. We
yeah.
went to. Okay, the LA trip that we had. The only thing that I didn't like about was, like, our club selections. Cause 2 nights we spent in downtown. We were at like Asia Town, and then the third, I think one of the nights we were at like this Hispanic thing, but Hispanic club. And
Yeah.
that was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, our club experience was not the greatest.
Yeah, like our club experience in LA wasn't that great because like we didn't really know where the hell we're
Yeah.
going or even where we're at. You know, like we went to go do bar hopping, but we're in Chinatown, so we're like, okay, we don't know what the hell's around here. You know, but the thing is, LA is known for its clubs. We just don't know any other good ones to go to. You know?
our first time going to LA, we're like, oh, since we should get closer to downtown. So, you know what I'm saying? So we learned from that. When we did go to downtown, we realized majority of the people were saying, no, downtown's okay. You're better off going to like the small little towns around. They have like
The barrios.
Yeah.
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 So we didn't know
What is-
that because, like, you know, like, I mean, every other city that we go to, like, the spot's downtown,
Yeah.
right? Like, you go downtown for the bars and the clubs,
Yeah.
and that's where everything is at. So we're like, same scenario, but I guess LA is different. Everything that's popping is on the outside of downtown, not in downtown. So,
Not as much. And
Yeah.
also,
So it's a
it's
little
very
different.
expensive too. And no one was
yeah.
trying to shell out like, $40, $50, $60. We club poor out here. Shout
yeah,
out to
so,
Tiny BK.
and shout out to TMG.
TMG.
What's up, Cody Co? You
Club
know what I'm saying?
Hey, club poor.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, we should have expected it because, and like, Vegas clubs are expensive, but we're like, we kind of give it that stigma, it's Vegas,
It's
right?
the atmosphere.
But LA's the same thing. It's LA clubs. LA clubs are just as good as Vegas clubs, but we weren't in that same mentality. We're like, oh, it's fucking, I ain't spending more than $20.
That was literally him verbatim. The bouncer was like, hey, that's $40. He's like, nah, fuck that shit, homie. We
Yeah.
out. We going to
But-
Taco Bell.
Yeah, but, but you go to Vegas, like $40 to $60 is just regular entry, basic.
Wow.
Yeah, to even make it through the door.
So
and you're
that's
standing in
why
line
it
still.
ends up being so expensive, huh? Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vegas is way more expensive.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like
dude, like-
150, bro.
Yeah, and
100.
the rooms per night, bro, like $400, $500 per night for like a basic ass room,
Damn.
right? And if you want like just even a one step above, $600.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you've never been to Vegas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's hell expensive.
So, yeah, we did when we were in Vegas. We did the club crawl thing where we just paid everybody paid $100, and we all just
which is cool.
Yeah, we all just got to experience 3 clubs that night, and that was cool. But then if you want, the thing is when you get to Vegas, you can't help but to start thinking, well, I'm here in Vegas. Let me see what's the most popular things, because I want to just say I did it. And so there's clubs that are like $200, $150.
Yeah, and this is just regular entry, just to walk into general admission to walk through the door.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, not even like VIP access.
Nothing. It's just like not even a drink or nothing. It's just like
That's stupid.
you might not even get in if you're not dressed
Yeah.
right.
But then if you go to, but if
I
you
would
go
have
to
to be in my
Fremont,
Oprah mode. you know?
yeah. But if you go to Fremont, I think that's what it's
Yeah.
called.
Yeah,
Then
Fremont
that's
was
like
better.
like it's straight like just club left, right, left, right, left, right. It's just cheaper. It's sometimes like $10 in, $20 in. Nothing normal.
So,
yeah,
so
that's old downtown.
So that was way better.
Way
like,
better.
'cause it was more like of our scene. It was like
Yeah.
it was a little bit less low key. It wasn't as packed. Like places were $10, $20 to get in. I was like, this is more like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I feel like
the Indian in you came out.
yeah.
Oh,
So,
$10.
like, I feel
Yeah, I'll
like,
do
if I
that.
didn't want to stay there the whole night, I could go somewhere else. But like the other place, I spent $100 on. Yo, I ain't fucking leaving. You gotta kick my ass out.
Exactly. You punching a bouncer to kick me out, bitch.
I ain't leaving. Not
Wait.
tonight.
We got one more guy here who's hiding in the bathroom.
In the bathroom. Yeah.
But
Watch the Calvin Kleins, man.
yeah. But one thing I definitely regret from that Vegas trip is not attending the pool parties.
Yeah.
That is
Oh.
one of the
I heard
best.
that's
best
one
things
of the
to go.
reasons you go, right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Their pool parties are lit, man. Like I went to one like many years ago when I went with Jared and Panit,
Yeah.
and that shit was
Shout
ooh.
out Indian Drake.
Yeah,
Walmart
yeah,
Drake.
yeah.
Walmart Drake.
No, Walmart Jersey. Yeah,
Yeah.
his nickname. But no, that thing was cracking. Like right when we walk in, for some reason I was like playing with my nipples, and I was like, oh, my nipples hurt. And this old lady just like not old lady, she was like in her 30s. She pulls out her thing. She's like, oh, look at my titties, and I was like,
Jesus.
like, and this is just like us, like this is me just saying random things that come in my head while I'm drunk, right?
Wait. Question is, did your nipples really hurt, or you just said that like being really smart about it? Like you saw
Oh
this girl's big
like
titties and you're like,
look, when I'm drunk, I'm not smart. I'm dumb. so,
so you just saying it. That is the best case scenario.
Wait, so like it's just. I mean, this is just like daylight. Like,
Daylight.
You're talking like this was at a pool party.
yeah, pool party.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, it's wild. And the funny thing was, I was wearing a shirt and I was like, my nipples. And she
People,
was
man,
like, check out my titties.
it's
And I was
really
like,
Sin City,
interesting
bro.
how people act in different cities.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
when they're
Sin
away
City.
from home.
It's
Yeah.
wild. It's
like,
wild.
like not even just Vegas. Like when people are visiting, you know what I mean? Like I mean, it's just
No,
it's
but
kinda-
something about Vegas
Yeah.
makes
It
you want to act.
amplifies it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Act
it's
stupid.
completely where you're like, oh, it's Sin City. It's
Yeah.
already that.
That
It's got that
enigma?
atmosphere.
That
You got the
stigma, right?
atmosphere. You're
Yeah.
going in there, but for
Yeah.
some reason you go in there depressed. You're gonna come out like
Oh shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hey,
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Every time, like when my life's been complete shit, I went to Vegas and came back, and I was like, "Yo, my life is fixed."
Well, we know why.
What was your best moment?
Yeah, what was your best one?
Probably leaving the military this year.
Oh,
shit.
Hey, shout out, armed forces.
Hey, fuck the USA. No.
Hey, shout out armed forces. Not
Damn, really?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Just
Oh,
to transition
Yeah,
into
let me-
like civilian life.
Let me hear that. Let me hear that.
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
transition.
Hey, talk to this guy, man.
Talk
Yeah,
to me? Okay,
I want to hear why you suggested.
My schedule opened up a lot more.
Yeah.
I was able to find a job where I was able to focus on school a lot more, have a lot more free time, being able to go on trips like this. If you're in the military, it's very hard. You have to plan stuff like out 3 months in advance. So like a spontaneous trip, that's not gonna happen. So yeah, stuff like that.
And that could be really hard too, because like sometimes your friends just hit you up. They're like, "Yo, next month we're going," or like tomorrow. You're like,
Yeah,
listen, I'm not ready.
just a heads up. I'm gonna do that a lot this year.
Yeah, no.
I
that's
have
perfect.
a lot of shit planned. Like pretty much every single holiday we have coming up, and every birthday, we have. Just know that we're gonna be out of town.
Hey,
I got some crazy shit in the works. I don't mean to
I like that.
foreshadow. But his birthday and your birthday for sure is gonna
Wow.
be fun. There's gonna be some wild shit.
Hey, I can't
We
wait.
might not even be in the country.
Listen, man. I just want to.
It's gonna be. We might not. All I'm saying is learn Spanish
Hinted, huh?
and maybe learn one other language.
Listen, man. I'm just trying to have the
Maybe learn
best
French.
moment
Sacre bleu.
at Chuck E. Cheese.
Huh? Oui, oui.
Hell
So
yeah.
Chuck E.
At
Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese, homie.
Yo, that Chuck E. Cheese rat looks hella scary. But
my shredder. I mean,
so let's switch gears then. Your biggest regret of the year, man. 2019.
Well, can I claim that LA trip? Because I would say if I can't pick San Diego, I want because that LA trip happened for New Year's or like it happened at. But I guess that's.
Well,
considered-
yeah. Like no, like this is anything you regret. It doesn't have to be a trip.
Oh,
It could be
regret?
anything. Yeah. Regret. Biggest regret. Yeah, of the year.
Biggest
I already
regret?
know. I have two. I already know my two.
Well, you started off then, since you know.
My first one would be that we went ham. We worked out for like 6 months straight to start the year.
Yeah.
And then I dropped off because I started coaching and everything and all that stuff. I wish I had stayed on it.
Yeah.
I think like the 6 months that I did the damage were great, and then doing another 6 months I think would have like put me in the habit of being more consistent with it.
Yeah.
The second thing was the smaller stuff. Doing more smaller things like a hiking trip or maybe like a day trip to the Bay Area or like Napa or stuff like that.
Yeah.
We didn't pull the trigger on a lot of those, and I wish we had done a lot more of those. Like maybe even like mini weekend getaways, Monterey, Santa Cruz, like something like
Yeah.
that. I think those are my two biggest regrets of the year.
Man,
Yeah.
what you got?
Bars.
My biggest regret is because like we started being a little bit more serious about the YouTube stuff like recently, and this was only like towards like the later few months of the year. And
Yeah.
my biggest regret, I was
That's a
like, I
good
wish we kind of did that in the beginning of the year
Yeah.
instead. Because like we were attempting it like earlier in the year, like it was like yes and no. Would have like a good 2 weeks and fall off. Like we weren't consistent for shit.
Yeah.
And then like so that I kind of regret that because like now we're a little bit more consistent, and I was thinking if we were this consistent in the beginning of the year, right now it would be totally different, right?
Yeah.
So I regret that. Just like I wish we kind of started earlier, just started like being more serious about it and like coordinating a little bit more and like being more involved and like doing and getting all the camera and stuff and like everything, all that shit figured out before now. You know what I mean? So that's a regret, I would say.
I like that.
And also like not posting as much on social media, I would say is probably a regret of mine because like I always say I'm like, oh, I'm gonna post more, but I don't.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, and my excuse was I don't have enough pictures. Now I kill that excuse.
you
I
have
have
surplus.
I have the pictures, and I'm like, I can't post. I just got to do it now. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about
typing
you?
in regrets for 2019.
Garcizzle, do you have yours
Yeah.
in mind?
One of my biggest regrets was not making time for family. That's
Okay.
was something I noticed like halfway throughout the year. So I was like, hey, I need to spend more time with like my parents, my brothers, sisters.
You got
And
siblings?
I got siblings.
Damn,
I have
Garcizzle?
step siblings.
He's making him up.
They're not real.
Just like how Garcizzle's
Yeah,
not
he's
real.
not
He's
real.
not actually sitting here
So
right
yeah,
now.
this year I started hanging out more with like my brother. We started working out like once a week just
Yeah.
to, keep in touch. And then my grandma recently moved out here, and I hadn't even seen her. She moved out.
Sacramento?
No, not here.
Oh, I was like,
LA.
what's that?
here, but
Yeah, she moved to LA in March, and it was May, and I still hadn't gone to see her, and I was like, oh shit. That's when I realized, okay, I need to go see her.
Yeah.
Man, hey, I connect with that like a lot. I spent more time with my parents this year.
Yeah.
You know, I have traditions with them. Like I'm a big believer in starting traditions and keeping it because I think it brings people closer, and so like but I spent more time with them naturally, just you know, like just doing stuff with them, like even small stuff, like even just like an errand, you know, like my mom is off on Fridays and Mondays, so in the morning what I like to do is for those days I'll make sure that I don't have as many commitments, and then I'll just wake up and I'll ask her like, where do you want, like what's your plan, where do you want to go, even if I'm just driving her, like spending that time with her like is very, you know, good to me, like, and then now randomly, like, you know, I'll be like, hey dad, I'll drive you today and we'll just work together, you know, switch on and off for that or that stuff, and things like that really, man, they I don't know, I think like that kind of stuff brings a certain quality to your life that other things just can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel you on that one. That's a
You're just handling like the
That's-
family side.
yeah,
Yeah.
like that is a big thing. Yeah, so when you make that change,
Yeah.
a lot of things naturally just change because of like a domino effect in your life. Like positive changes. Yeah. What's your biggest regret, bro?
For me, I feel like it's more of myself. I'm like my hobbies is my biggest regret. Like working out, I did fall off in that category. I just lost my enjoyment, like my joy. Like I left completely everything away. I mean, I got away from it. I didn't even want to go back to the gym. I was making excuses. That's definitely one. The second thing, like guitar. I wanted to learn how to play guitar. I do that. Being lazy with that for sure. And reading. I didn't really read too much this year.
Yeah.
So
You started off strong on all of them, so I guess
I did.
It would just be like just.
I just
keeping
don't
up the
know where. I
consistency.
just don't like where I'm at now. I should have. If I
Yeah.
had kept going,
Yeah,
then that would be
I
my.
feel you on that.
Yeah, that would have been. That's my regret. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know my potential, and I could have been way better when I had started, and then you just fall off.
Yeah, you know, I did notice, like you had your little spurts when you were studying for something, like you were all about it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
then, like as soon as that thing got finished, you're like, oh fuck it, I'm done.
But that's what I kind of learned is like it's good to have obstacles in your life, because when I had that one obstacle, I was like, okay, I'm gonna dedicate all my time into it. But once when you
Yeah.
overcame the obstacle, you're like,
Pass.
I'm done. But if I
Yeah.
had, so my regret is not being consistent, I guess.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I feel
Consistent
you
with
on that.
YouTube too.
I feel you on that reading, man. Because like today I was looking at my books and I was like, fuck, I haven't read in so long.
Yeah.
And then like, because every day, like after work, I started making excuses because I'm like, oh, I'm working on a video or I'm like working, editing my photos,
Yeah.
but I can make time.
Yeah.
I just
Everyone
don't.
can.
Yeah, I'm just being
Yeah, true.
like being an
True,
asshole
yeah.
about it.
I mean, everyone has the same 24 hours. It's just about prioritizing time.
Yeah.
You can't create more time. You have what you're given. So it's just about prioritizing it and what's more important. So when people tell me, like, oh, I don't have time to do that, it's just, like, I don't take offense to it. It's just that I don't agree with that statement that I don't have time. It's that
Yeah, I don't either.
you prioritize something else and this is just not important to you right now, which is okay. Different things are important
That's-
to different people.
That's one thing I learned in the military. Is
As Garcia was leaving.
is like how dumb our excuses sound. Like I remember anytime my supervisor or anyone above me, they'd be like, "Oh, why didn't you do that?" And here I come with stupid ass excuses.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
and then he'd be like, "Do you hear yourself right now? You telling me you don't have time?"
Private.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and I was like, he's like, think you got time. Trust me. I'm like, yeah, you're right.
If
You know?
I got time,
How about that?
you got time.
But that's what I'm saying. My answers are much better now, where I'm
Yeah.
gonna be more honest. Where I'm like, my bad, bro, I was lazy,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
like or my bad, I really don't want to go there. I'm not feeling it. But
Well, that's better than making shit up,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's.
So
But
then,
I did read though. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
one thing for me
Yeah.
right now, from what I've learned this year,
Yeah.
is hobbies is a must.
Yeah.
Like people that don't have hobbies, get a hobby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because even for me, like when I get into some shit or if I'm depressed, I can either go work out,
Mm-hmm.
and one thing either I could do that, or one thing I just really figured out is open a book. And I swear to God, like I just finished my first
Yeah.
1,000-page book, and
Damn, I thought you were reading Dr. Seuss this whole time.
no, that's that one's
One
very
page, two
difficult. That one's very difficult for
Blue
me.
fish, three fish.
Yeah.
They got pictures in this 1,000-page book?
It took me 2 months to realize I had the book upside down. But yeah, when I finished my first 1,000-page book, I was just like, when I was going through some shit, I just picked up a book and I started reading it, and I was like, it made me think about the book, more than what I was going through.
Yeah.
And it's way better than watching TV. Like, I mean, obviously, TV is just all pleasure, right?
Yeah.
But when I picked up a book and I was like, okay, I could watch TV, but let me just read this book. And when I'm reading this book, I submerged into the storyline and everything. So it kept me off thinking about all the bad stuff that was going through my life. So that was another obstacle that I just learned this year.
So then, I mean, like, if all things considered, 2019 we have had our highlights and our lowlights and all that stuff. But I mean, everybody sets goals. The resolutions is a cliche, but we do it for a reason. So goals going into 2019. Aman. I mean 2020. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
2019. Yeah, going back.
We're going backwards.
What are
Goddamn.
we doing this year?
2008.
Benjamin Button ass.
Goals going into so a few things for me personally, like as cliche as it sounds, I want to drop some weight, right? But
That's what's up.
like I want to do it so where like my diet is like I enjoy it better and I'm able to like consistently do the workouts with the diet and do it like all year round, right? Not just 3 month spurts, fall off for 6 months, come back on, and then cycle repeats itself, right? Because like one thing I noticed like about myself is like I'll get onto something, I'll be all about it, and then I'll fall off and I'll come back to it, and then I'm like fuck, and it feels bad because like I'm not making as good as progress. But the thing is like if I never fell off in the first place, then I would be further along, And the thing is like I keep doing that and I keep repeating this cycle and I keep getting disappointed, It's an endless loop. And I was like, nah, this sucks. So I was like, I don't want to do that anymore. So I want to just commit to an action, just stick to it no matter like how hard it is. I'm just like, all right, like just this is the only thing. This is the only thing I got to focus on. So that's one. The other one is I want to get our YouTube going more, I think I was telling V that I was like, man, like the views and the subscriber count, I was like, man, like we should be seeing something and we're not seeing anything. And like, it's a little discouraging, right? But I know patience is the thing, but at the same time, like I feel like there's something we can do to increase that, to make it better. So in 2020, like I definitely want to see more progress in that. I want to get our name out there more. I want to see like, pretty much just our numbers going up and just seeing some type of progress, like some type of feedback to like be like, all right, you're on the right track, right? So that's like one of my biggest things. I want to focus on that, get the videos out, get everything done, like, and then also like work on my body as a personal thing for myself. So yeah,
I'll work on your body.
Yeah, work on my body.
If you don't work, I'm gonna definitely work.
He's never gonna V or Garcizzle. You know what? You go first.
It's honestly the same thing, just eating healthier and working out more. I usually tend to stay consistent with my workouts and then eventually just fall off for some reason. This year, what happened to me was I started getting tattoos, and that's what made me start falling off because you have to rest. You can't work out for like a few weeks, and then that few weeks turns into a month, and then 2 months, and then it's hard to get back up, and then I'm gonna get another tattoo over here. So yeah, so that's what happened to me.
Vicious cycle.
Yeah, he's gonna actually his next tattoo is like Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
You know
The
that's
crawl.
trademark, right? You can't get it.
He's gonna get a Thug Life.
Yeah,
I got that one already.
it's a tramp stamp.
What about you, bro?
Man, it's cliche, but working out for sure. I always fall off somewhere or hurt myself. I hurt myself just today. That's my special skill. Is I'm very prone to
Man,
injury.
you are glass fucking bones,
Dude,
bro.
I swear to God.
dude.
Bro, I was doing bicep and my
Did
neck
you,
was hurting.
What did you?
My neck was hurting. I swear to God. I don't know why. I was doing
the last
biceps.
workout.
Last workout.
Did you
Both
not
of them.
drink milk when you were younger? Like, what happened?
Hell no.
bro?
I drank shit ton of milk, bro.
Maybe
I'm getting
that's the
lactose
problem?
intolerant. Oh, spit. I'm lactose intolerant, dude.
Like, bro, I don't know what happened, man. But every
Yeah.
time I talk to you, it's like, how you doing, man? Oh yeah, good. I pull my shoulder.
Yeah.
What were we doing?
Legs.
Doing
It's like, yeah. It's like, bro, every time I talk to you, you got a new injury.
Working
man.
on my calves and hurt my toe. No, but I would definitely say stay consistent. Anything I do, I need to stay consistent.
Yeah.
So, working out, reading, traveling. I just want to make memories. For me, I want to get into YouTube, and like, but for me, YouTube is creating a memory. For me, like, I can just go on YouTube and show, or my family members can just go on YouTube and just see how stupid I am. You know, like just laugh with me or not at me. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's for me. YouTube, working out. Yeah, I need to eat healthy for sure. Definitely eat healthy.
Yeah. Nice.
What about you?
I think the eating healthy thing is for sure like a group thing for us.
Yeah,
you
for
know,
sure.
like all of us. But you know, I mean, health aside, yeah, eating healthy and being consistent with working out. My game plan is to just like small little habits. You know, like over time, and then by the end of the year, like the last month or so, I want to be able to do something at least like 5 days out of the week. But I want to start off with like 1 day out of the week, 2 days out of the week, because I notice that like you know, you go hard and you go ham and then you start falling off because, you know, you get burned out.
Yeah.
And then you start coming up with excuses. So I want to make lifestyle changes more than anything. Career wise, I'm a very numbers oriented person. So I want to grow 20% year over year from last year. You know, I know what numbers I want to hit and everything. And then I'd say, man, if I had like a personal goal, I mean, I just kind of want to get to the point where, I mean, I'm going to be 29 and by 30 like is when I wanted to, you know, start looking at like getting a home and, you know, to start thinking about starting a family and stuff. So I want to build towards that. But I'm stuck in the middle, man. I feel like there's still so much exploring to do.
That's exactly where I'm at.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure all of us are. That's why traveling
It comes
is
back
so
to that
important.
age thing. You
I
know?
mean, look, I got a credit card this year, just specifically because we're like, I'm gonna travel
Yeah.
and I want to get plane
Yeah.
tickets and I'm gonna get a discount.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
literally why I got a new credit card.
I know that like you know, I mean, I don't want to be like that dad who's 60 years old with an 8-year-old, but
That's exactly what I was just saying. I don't want to be that dad that's old, because then you're gonna have some sort of detachment, you
Yeah.
know. But then again, it's really how much you're committed into
Yeah.
that kid and into his life
Yeah.
or her life. So
yeah.
I don't.
So I guess like my goal, like if I had to like word it specifically, it would be that I need to introduce more structure in my life, because right now it's like it's great, it's very go with the flow, but the problem with being so flexible is that when things pop up out of nowhere, you're like willing to take it. So like on my weekends, you know, like we'll go out Friday, Saturday night, but most of the time I still wake up early and I'll work, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I feel like I have to take that in. So what my ultimate goal would be like for myself, to put myself on like a schedule where, you know, I work 4 days out of the week every week, and then I have 3 days off every weekend, you know? And it sounds like, you know,
animal shift.
a lot of people are like, oh, why don't you just do that because you own your own businesses? But it's not like that, because you have to be, you have
still
to
got to address issues that come up.
you got to
right?
address issues that come up. But if I can introduce a system and procedures and policies and all that stuff and get it to a point where, you know, I can really step away for those 3 days, then I feel like I can hit a balance in my life that I can travel, I can enjoy my life and have structure and know that, you know, this time is for this thing. And I think that's where I fall off on stuff like the working out and, you know, chasing after traveling and all that
Well,
stuff.
I feel like that's one thing I've told you before is that you kind of have too much on your plate.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so that's why I was like, hey man, you're going to have to sacrifice something, because the thing about
Sacrificial lamb.
because the one thing that I told you is that you're there for everyone, which is good, but then you're never for yourself. And so that's why I'm like, hey man, I just need you to.
That was bars. Goddamn.
No,
That's
really.
Yeah.
That's a Drake lyric. Hey,
Because-
Drake, hit me up, bro.
You were volunteering for football, and that was you weren't getting any money for that.
Yeah, I mean,
but that
you-
was passion.
Yeah.
But that was passion.
yeah,
But then but then you were doing something else, like you were dancing, you were doing like other stuff. But I'm like, hey, you can sacrifice that. I don't want you to sacrifice your passion, but make sure you put time for yourself, because you don't put time for yourself. You put time for others, and that's what
Yeah.
your thing is.
Yeah, maybe then I just gotta pick like 5 things that I'm gonna focus
But
on.
that's why I wanted to start. That's why I do things like I come with ideas where it involves everyone, right? So I'm like, okay, if we're gonna work out, let's all work out together, right? So then at least if I'm like, yo, if I'm gonna go to the gym, Amon has no choice but to be like, yo, I can't let this guy go to the gym alone. I'm gonna come with 2, you know?
Yeah.
Or like, think about it. We did 6 months,
Yeah.
but then you fell off only because you started getting into other things.
Yeah.
And then so you start sacrificing your own like health thing. You start sacrificing yourself basically.
Yeah.
Cause you know.
I got hella big too. Goddamn,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
I you know what happened is one of the memory things came up, and it was that boomerang you took when I was 5 months in, and
Yeah.
I did the flex.
No, you were
And-
doing. I think also you were doing arms. I think.
Yeah, I was doing.
And I was like, I used to record you. I used to record you every single day.
yeah,
And then that specifically that day, like that, it was 5 months in. It was close to 6 months.
yeah,
I was like, damn, dude, your arms are getting big, and then people are and then people are saying that too.
Yeah.
Because you start filling out your shirts, your
Yeah.
arm, yeah. And on top of that, it was motivation because we were going like heavy.
Yeah.
Like you would come in, like yeah, let's just like we just destroyed the weights, dude. That was really
fuck
fun.
that shit up. Yeah. That was actually, you know what, that was a highlight.
We did
for me
5 sets
for
of
this year.
fucking 5.
Because when we were
Heavy.
at the gym, like I feel like a lot of people have this thing where it's like, oh, the gym is so serious. You know what I mean? Like, bro, we had so much fun going.
That's
oh
what
yeah,
it is.
yeah.
You
we
know what I
did.
mean?
That's
Like,
what it is.
yo,
Had a
we
good
were
time.
hanging out, cracking jokes.
Yeah.
I feel like we laughed more than anything.
That's what I was telling you guys. I always tell my friends when I started working out for the first time. I still remember it was my buddy Wally, and he was like, "Man, I need a gym partner." And I'm sitting there, and I'm brand new to the military, and I'm thinking in my head, "Man, I'm away from my friend. I'm depressed, right? Because I'm away from
Yeah.
my friends and family. I'm in a new town, so I'm
Skinny
like
as fuck.
skinny as fuck.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yo,
we
if
know
I'm
how
in
the Chandras
military-
are built.
Yeah, exactly. my great grandpappy, he was a skinny boy. Of
He was a
month.
stick.
Yeah. He was a straight twig. Some people confused him as a stick, but anyway,
Stick figure.
walking stick. And I'm thinking to myself, yo, if I'm in the military, I might as well look the part. And then swear to God, I started working out with him. Then we added 2 more people.
Yeah.
And we had so much fun. Like so much fun. It was just like hanging out. Literally, every time after I told him, yo, I'm committed. Anytime you're going, I'm going. That's my promise. Right? And when we started adding people, every time after work, I hear 3 people knocking my door. They come in. I'm brushing my teeth. We're taking pre-workouts. Like, let's go. Let's hang out. Like, we were hanging out for real. And we go to the gym, and we were just talking. And then we motivated each other. We're like, hey, you can do this. Come on, you got it. It's 4 people, 2 of us. Like 2 of you guys doing incline chest, and we're doing like regular chest. And then we're just talking to each other the whole time. And that 3 years just went by so quick. And it was probably one of the best memories I've had in the military. And even now, all my friends that I was working out with, they're all over the world. First thing we would ever do, if I ever go see my boy in Colorado or Utah, first thing we're gonna do is work out because that's something that we did every single day. We just hung out and we just had.
You guys
a lot of
like
time.
indirectly started a tradition. Though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
there you go.
without even thinking about it.
When we split up, the last words we said, someone said to me, or those friends said to me, "Hey, don't ever stop working out." Like that's the last words that and I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
And so that's what we did. So that's why I placed the importance of going out to the gym, going to the gym with people that Obviously, there's some pros and cons because you have to wait for someone but if you have good friends,
Yeah, I
dude,
hate waiting for y'all.
it's motivation, dude.
Yeah.
Every time I remember when I worked out
actually-
with you, it was
yeah.
just motivation because you'd be like, "Fuck, let's go heavy." I'm like, "Ah, shit."
Every time.
Yeah, then
Yo, I'm gonna take it easy today.
yeah, exactly. That's how you start off. Hey, I'm gonna go light today, all right?
Yeah.
Just gonna go
I ain't
light.
trying to get injured. All right.
And then straight up, 2 plates. Fuck it, bro.
Fuck it,
Fuck
man.
it.
We here, right? We here.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was those were really, really. Honestly, I feel like that was when I really bonded with both of you the most because we spent 2 hours, 3 hours a day, 5 days a week for 6 months straight.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
our schedule.
And it was literally without even thinking.
Yeah.
We're just there like working out and just laughing.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to start a book club too, because I know if I talked to Aman, I was like, yo, let's just start reading,
Yeah.
because when I was in the military, I wasn't going to school. I was learning my job.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, what am I gonna do, when I get out? So I had this tiny iPhone, and I would just like start reading books. And my God, it was the most difficult thing. This is how dumb I was, because every fucking 10 seconds I would like define that word. What is that word there? It was the most boring thing ever, bro. I swear to God. I was
word.
like, fuck this book.
Oh shit,
Lord.
that's hella funny.
I had no TV too.
Yeah, damn,
Yeah,
really? Yeah,
that's
sucks.
fucking rough.
Yeah.
I was in
But
prison, bro.
Yeah, it was
it's prison.
man, honestly, like it was some funny moments too, like seeing Aman get distracted every time there's an Asian girl.
That
you
was-
know, you were always rolling out an injury, like a fucking injury You were always stretching something out.
Oh, you were just hurt me somehow. Like you would give me a belt and I just hit my nuts.
Oh yeah. There was a while when
lot
like there was a lot of times.
I got embarrassed a lot in his Snapchat.
You're just injury prone.
Amon, he likes to pretend like he's in a different world. He'll pull out a sword.
Yeah, bro. Like legit, one time Amon like was like, yo, like we hit our sets. We're waiting for Amon to hit his set, and we turn around, and Amon's like
Fighting.
in his room, and he's like,
He's fighting.
I was like,
Hey,
yo,
fighting battles, man.
I was like, what
in my
the
own
fuck?
world.
He's like he's fighting his own demons.
my boy had a musket.
Just let him be.
He was pumping the fucking, putting the gunpowder in there. He was aiming.
I don't know why the guy he shot at was a black guy, but you know that's something Amon will have to. Speak on.
Wow.
Hey, no. It will never be a black guy. It's probably be an Indian. 100%.
Yeah.
Listen.
He hates Indians the
I
most.
want to talk about people
I
that hate
team
their
up
own
with my
people.
brothers. All right. I fight the Indians.
This guy.
Wait. We have to define what Indians you're talking about.
Indians, Punjabs,
Not,
Jabbies.
not
What?
feathers. Dots.
What? Whoa.
Just kidding.
He's not kidding, dude. Shout out Puneet. You're gonna be the first one. You're gonna be the first one to
Oh
go.
my god.
No, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Oh, about the book club thing. That's a great idea. That's such a productive way for like a group of friends to get together. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if it's erotic novels.
Did you read chapter
have
7?
Did you read
ever-
chapter 7?
It was
Have
all
you guys
about
ever read
anal.
an erotic novel? Man, it's disturbing as fuck.
Really?
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
I have. Wait, why
I-
did you read one?
Yeah, how did you get?
I
Yeah,
was
what-
curious, so I flipped
Jesus,
through it.
man.
Like I flipped through it, man.
Did you go to Barnes and Noble and
Yeah,
just
I
literally?
sat there and I went through a couple chapters and I was like, yo, this shit's fucking like low key not bad.
Low-key not bad. My boy has a boner that's like hitting the table.
bookstore.
In the bookstore.
No, but
You know-
it's like mad awkward because they're like describing the sensation and you're like, what the fuck? All right.
My boy's selecting books and he's got the biggest heart. This one look good.
They're like, can you scoot over? I was like, I don't think I could do that.
My boy was in the hentai section.
Yeah. Hey, listen. A first date idea. I haven't actually done this personally, but I've done it before with somebody I was dating, right? And legit, like, just go to Barnes and Noble or like a bookstore and just hang out there and like just look at different books, like, you know, like talk to each other about it, like what you guys think about stuff like that. That's a good first date idea. Like it
Really? You just take him?
It honestly, like,
That doesn't sound too bad.
man, like the girl that I was dating at the time and I went with, like, we killed like 2 hours in there, just like, and we learned so much about each other, you know, like it was that's one of my favorite things to do now, even just by myself. Like just go in and check out different stuff. I rarely buy something when I'm in there unless I really want to read it. But yeah, I mean, like, you learn a lot about a person, you know. I mean, just think about it. Like, you could go into the history section and you can ask, and you guys can see like what each other is interested in, business, whatever it is, romance, erotic novels. Maybe she's into hentai, you know. And I'm on. There you go.
Hey, take them to the erotic novel section. They're fucking.
There you go.
My mom be creeping over there. So
Yeah. But fellas,
I'll
that's
try to see whoever picks
idea.
that 50 Shades Grey. I'm like, oh, I've read that one.
My buddy, he picks a book as soon as she picks it. He wants to make that, you know,
Oh,
that
the hand.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you
Oh,
there.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
We're on a date.
The whole time.
Oh, I'm
So-
sorry. I
Don't you
didn't
work here?
So the book starts out. So we met at a bookstore, right?
Hey, it's better than saying we met on, I don't know, fucking Tinder and Bumble.
Yeah. Hey, actually,
There's a little bit of a
that
stigma around there.
is going away now. Like,
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
A lot of people are starting to own it. They're like, yeah, we met on a dating app. Like, it's
Some
fucking
people.
normal. And I'm like, bruh, like, this is.
They're calling it a dating app though. Like that's
Yeah.
they won't say which one.
Yeah, exactly. 'Cause that's still like kind of taboo a
Yeah.
little bit, right? So, but that's happening. It's more socialized.
But you
now.
can't help but to think, like, if you're let's just say you're going out with a girl, right?
Yeah.
And then she goes, yeah, you know, I've been on Tinder dates. You can't help but to think like, oh, like,
I'm fucking tonight.
Yeah.
you a thought?
Yeah, what's up? Yeah, what's up?
You nice, but are you? But then again, that's still,
Yeah.
I'm sure, like, that goes for both sides. Obviously, dudes, if a girl hears a dude be like, yo, you know, I'm 24/7 on Tinder, obviously, you know, you're gonna have that mixed feeling.
You do learn a lot about somebody when you ask that question.
Yeah.
You know? Like, are you on dating apps or dating sites? Yeah.
But that's not a question that a lot of people ask anyway.
It's
Some
like-
people are comfortable enough to just say like, "Oh, I've tried Tinder dates," and then I'll kind of think like, "Okay, she don't care. I like that."
Yeah.
But then, I've never really said that. I've never asked that. I never thought about it. But then, I don't know. That's a good...
Hey, man, bless his heart. Our boy Javier, I asked him yesterday, because we were just chilling in the beginning. It was just us. I was like, oh, so how'd you meet your wife? And, like, the thing is you hang out with him and he's so cool and relates to you so well, you forget he's older. Mm-hmm. He's like, oh, yeah. We started talking on MySpace. And I was like, God damn, bro, you old. Yo, damn, man. I was like, MySpace? Oh, shit, bro. I was like,
wow.
Hey, you
OG.
older. You an OG, bro.
He's OG. He's sliding in DMs in MySpace.
Hey, that's some gangster shit right there.
What is he gonna say? How is he sliding a DM? Hey, I like your cover page music.
Yeah. I like your music.
Font?
Yo,
Yeah.
hey,
Where'd you get that font?
Hey. It's like, hey, bitch, man. I thought I was in your top 10.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Hey, that's be a real thing, man. People be beefing over that top 10. Like, but you took me off your top 10, but we ain't friends no more, cuz.
Yeah. You didn't come to my birthday party, so I took you down, bitch.
Yeah, some people still have their profile, I heard. Like
MySpace, huh?
Yeah, but
probably Tom.
It's
He still has it. Fucking Tom.
Not even
Tom's
Tom has
like, you know, right?
Tom's on
Tom's like, yo,
Facebook.
why is my friend count going down, guys? Oh shit, you know what it is? Dick appointment time.
There it is.
It's with
Y'all don't believe me? Look at my Google Calendar. Look at
it says you're going to Tuckeria.
Chuck E. Cheese.
You're going to eat food.
Hey man, but it was a great year, dude. Honestly, this was
good times.
This was probably, this was my best year.
Yeah, I would say that too.
This was my best year, man. You there's a reason why we did the Friendsmas Awards. There's a reason why you won Most Improved, man. You made a lot of strides this year, Aman. Like a lot, professionally and personally. You know. And then you made a lot of strides too, man.
I didn't get any award though.
You didn't get any awards.
Yeah.
It was your idea, but you didn't get any awards.
Closest thing I got was most homosexual.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. The best dancer was not a surprise to me. Sean Sweet.
Hey, but I didn't, honestly.
You were very close. You know, he
I
only
figured I
won by
would be.
one vote.
Yeah, because I voted for Sean.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if Sean voted for himself.
No, that was the one vote then
Yeah.
that got him the tiebreaker was your vote for him. I don't know if
Yeah, I voted for him just because
probably voted
he's
for you.
smooth.
Yeah.
But the only thing, shout out to Sean, the only thing I beat him in is I have more style. That's right, Sean.
Okay, style
Next year,
points.
baby, I'm coming for you.
Shit, boy.
Next year.
Okay. Next year.
Yeah.
I'm second
and then,
place, though.
And then my boy had a high and a low. Amon won Most Improved, but then you also got Most Likely to Strike Out with the girls.
Hey, I'll take that with the proud Sean the
That's-
chin fam.
that's
that just means y'all ain't trying enough.
That's a
right?
compliment. Yeah.
That just means y'all ain't trying enough.
My boy's out there
I'll
swinging
strike
for
out
volume.
proudly.
Man, honestly, that was a hard decision. The most improved. I don't think I voted for Amon because I honestly think that he was already doing good, in terms of like you got the job last year.
No, this year.
This year, because I thought that Amon was already good. I didn't think.
No.
He was already
Dude,
on his he was already good. I was thinking like more.
he got the job this year. He got
Yeah,
that.
for.
Did he get a promotion or the award? He got an award.
Yeah.
He got the job, and then personally too. Was
okay.
the reason why I voted for him because I know John made a lot of strides too.
Yeah, but he
then-
quit though, didn't he?
No.
With
I'm
that
not
job?
sure. No,
yeah.
he got a different one. But personally was professionally Aman did well.
Yeah.
But personally he did twice as well, I feel like, because
Yeah.
he amended a lot of relationships in his life.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got better at communicating. Not texting, you're fucking sucking.
Hey,
Yo,
autocorrect,
every
fam.
time I text you, I get a headache.
Your
I'm fucking
autocorrect
migraine.
is so tired of you.
Yeah,
Like,
bro.
Yeah.
Your phone's giving up.
yeah, you're both giving
Hey,
up.
I'm not gonna lie. There's been moments where I completely like this like a jumble of letters and my autocorrect fixed it. And I'm like, that's exactly what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
And it
But
still
he's-
comes out wrong.
Yeah, but he's made strides in communicating, health, just like how he is with people, around
Right.
people, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So all that put together is why I voted for him.
The MVP was hard too because it was Javier and you.
Yeah.
Just because how committed you guys are in
Yeah.
group messaging and
Yeah.
then like also how involved you guys are.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah.
think we have the same mentality when it comes to that, with like being organized and pushing to make things happen.
For me that one was easy just because like you're always there for everyone. You know what I mean? So like if I call you at a random time of the day, I know you'll pick up and be like, "Yo, what's good?" You know?
Yeah, that's
so,
true.
Like
That's true.
And that's one thing I know I could rely on, and that's why I was like, you know what, if I asked you for anything, it'd be like, "Oh, hey, I need a ride here," or "I need to go this," or if there's anything that needs to be planned, you're obviously the guy. You know what I mean? Like
I love planning shit, bro.
Like
Yeah.
you've always done it. You planned out my whole birthday, and I was like, man, I was like, yo, super grateful. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
that,
mine too.
Like
Yeah.
that was dope as fuck, and that's why I was like, man, like, you know, if there's one person I could count on to like take care of like things like that, you're the dude. You
Yeah,
know,
man, I
you're the ones
appreciate
that
that,
organize
man.
it and everything. So I'm
Yeah.
like, man, that's
Appreciate
like
that.
it takes some skill. You know,
This
not
is-
a lot of people have it.
Just so you guys know, this is gonna go straight to my head.
Yeah,
you
it's
thought I
all
was
fucking
coming-
dope.
What head? You need to
If you
extend?
thought I was gonna need
Remember-
extend, hey, Sean, what up?
Hey, we still got that picture, fam.
Yeah. Yo, that
Blackmail.
picture, man, we gotta meme it. But yeah, man, it was great. Hey, by the way, I got 10 votes for MVP, so
Jesus.
Who didn't vote for you, though?
Unanimous.
I don't know. I can't see. It was anonymous, so I couldn't see. But
Unanimous.
great, man. It was great. It was awesome.
Good ear.
It's a great way to end 2019.
Yeah.
The next time we talk to you guys,
It'll
we'll be in 2020,
be
baby.
the new
Let's
year.
get it.
This is
Yeah.
the last podcast of 2019, baby. You know what it is. So take us out,
Yeah,
man.
buddy. Take us out, V.
All right. Well, you know what to do. Hit us up. Check our video out on YouTube. We also have TikTok videos. What else? Instagram,
Yeah.
Facebook,
Yeah, yeah.
everything.
Twitter,
Myyearbook.com.
MySpace,
Yeah.
AOL,
Oh, Shadi.com and
eHarmony,
and eHarmony.
Tinder. We come as a pair, 3.
The three is it's a trifecta.
Yeah, he might not like ice cream, but I do. But anyway, see you guys 2020. Check us
2020,
out.
baby.
Yeah, should be hella
Later.
beer. We'll see you soon.